Right. Shalawam, Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalawam to like I did, doing this work of faith and labor of love and true sincerity. All right, I want to get into a brief topic, just touching on, niggas, niggas being ungrateful, and respect, man, just for, everything about, them guys down there in Baltimore and, overall, just what Apostle Hart was saying, of course he was 100% correct. And it's just so messed up how, a person can have, reverence for a person 1 minute, then the next minute, everything completely changes. Well, what changed? As the Apostle said, what you followed the Passover, how Great Millstone did it, everything like that. But then you want to go and, be all heady and high-minded and, think of yourself to be somebody, man. Well, now you done brought great judgment upon yourself from the curse, man, from the curse of brothers from all over the globe that watched the Apostles' video, man. So how you think YAHAWASHI gonna feel about that? The Lord said, hey, if you pray upon anything upon in my name, you know what? The Lord gonna bring it to pass, man. So you brought heavy judgment upon yourself for nothing. The scriptures talk about how many of the last days shall be heady, high-minded, prideful, disobedient to parents, our spiritual fathers in the spirit, man, unthankful. And that's what those guys show. That's what they clearly display, and especially, because I had the opportunity to go down there, me and a few other brothers went down there to see, the other Baltimore camp, the main brothers down there, right? And, overall, the main brothers are some beautiful brothers. But the one, that was at the forefront, that was in the video that Apostle Hart pulled up, and he was the main one, what I'm saying, that I seen, in the spirit, that he was a nigga, man. All of the rest of the other brothers seemed cool. But when we got the chance to break bread with them brothers, I suspected the whole time that that dude was a nigga, man. And then now look, years later, what happened? Bunch of nigga shit. Bunch of unthankful, disobedient, unloyal shit, man. And because what? The Most High takes time to reveal the wickedness, out of a person, man. That's why when a guy is falling by the wayside or he's falling out of the spirit, it doesn't usually happen right away, but it happens gradually. The Most High allows people, allows guys to destroy themselves gradually. And he slowly but surely removes that understanding that he once gave you, man. And that's why for us brothers that's, currently still pushing in this thing, for however you may have been in it, we truly have to be thankful. And, we always have examples. Every once in a while, the Lord is always making examples out of guys to show the real men of the Lord, us righteous brothers that are striving, for perfection, how to go about things, man. How to be brotherly, how to have respect, how to have dignity, and if something was to happen, you shouldn't be taking, or you got kicked out, or whatever the case may be. That shouldn't be the route that you should be taking, being disrespectful, man, showing no type of reverence to men that have taught you and that you still learn from, man. But now what? Because you, and how the scriptures say in the book of Sirach 5:9, winnow not with every wind, man, and every sleight of doctrine. But that's what guys want to do, because they say they wound up listening to the ITR and all that. Of course, you're going to be a damn basket case listening to those guys. They're completely out of their damn minds, man. They're completely out of their minds. So anybody that's following them is going to fall into destruction. The scripture said in Ezekiel 14:9-10, the man that seeketh unto them. Matter of fact, let me grab it real quick. Hold on. Slack you 1 second. I try not to really pull scriptures while I'm driving, but I got to get this one. So just bear with me 1 second. So I don't want to misquote this one. Ezekiel 14 and 9, and it says, and if the prophet be deceived when he have spoken a thing, I the Lord have deceived that prophet, and I will stretch out mine hand upon him. And the Lord already spiritually stretched his hand upon him by bringing you to that standpoint. And then now the Lord definitely going to bring about the actual destruction upon him and those other guys, you know, for the fact that Apostle Hart put up the curse and have brothers across the globe putting up the curse. The Lord hears our cries, man. And the more brothers put up prayers, you know, hey, that's the more judgment going to be on one individual, man, you know? So you don't know what you brought upon yourself, right? And I will stretch out my hand upon him and will destroy him from the midst of my people Israel. And they shall bear the punishment of their iniquity. So you're going to bear the punishment of all of this talk that you're talking, man. You know, labeling your video like that, all looking for attention, man. That's all attention seeking, man. Why don't you just go about your way? It's not hard. Just go about your way and teach the scriptures, man. Teach whatever you believe to be true. And let the Most High destroy you in the end. And just leave it at that, because you're going to be destroyed. Period. You know? Hey, man, whenever in ancient Egypt or any other time period, when our people sighed and cried to the Most High, he heard us and he made things happen. So you best believe the Most High is going to bring the judgment on them guys, man, right? And they shall bear the punishment of their iniquity. The punishment of the prophet shall be even as the punishment of him that seeketh unto him. So all of those guys with you, you know, all those guys with you and anybody that seek unto you and that truly believe, you know, that you can be a man of the Lord is going to bring them to utter desolation unless they escape from you, man. Period. That's how the Lord gets down, man. That is how the Lord gets down. The Lord allows you, you know, to choose your own delusions, man. You're deluded, man. This is the definition of, once the Most High takes away the oil from a man, once the Most High starts to remove that understanding, you really get to see a person's true colors, and they revert back to that old nigga in which they was, man. Because in this thing, we supposed to be shedding off the old man, not regaining bits and pieces of the old man. But that usually comes into play, what? When the guy can't let go of himself in general. You're truly not transformed, man. You're truly not transformed if you fall back into ways like that. That shows you that you haven't been putting in that full effort, you know, to truly change your ways, you know? Because changing your ways won't allow you to be prideful, petty, disrespectful, and different things like that, man. Changing your ways is all about humbleness and humility, man, right? Hold on real quick. Let me get another preset. Slack here. 1 second. There's the book of Colossians. It's the book of Colossians 3 and 12. It says, put on therefore as the elect of the Most High. So this is what you got to put on, and this shows great signs that you're a man of the Most High. So this is what the elect is going to wear about themselves regardless. This is how they're going to carry themselves. This is a part of their character regardless of these attributes, right? Put on therefore as the elect of the Most High, holy and beloved, bowels of mercies, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long suffering. You know, so it goes into more, but I just wanted to touch on that point. You know, these are signs of how the elect is going to be. These are the exact signs of how the elect is going to be. Period. But what? Somebody that's prideful, the Lord is going to do nothing but bring them to utter destruction, because the wicked show signs as well, just as well as righteous men show signs. The wicked show signs as well, and you will begin to see things within people's character that's going to display their true colors, man. And like I said, since we went down there and met the other brothers from the Baltimore camp, and that main dude, he was in their camp, I knew something wasn't right with him, man. I knew something wasn't right with him. You can see it in his countenance. He had a dark countenance about him, man. All in his face, man. And the way he looking, when you come around brothers, you're supposed to, it's supposed to be a joyful experience, man. But over his face, it was nothing but doom and gloom, man. So I knew that guy wasn't right, man, from the rip, man, But you know, as I said, you know, the Most High always bringing these different examples, you know, to show us how not to be, and to watch our ways, man. So you know, we always got to watch ourselves day in and day out. You know, as it gets to 2 Corinthians, the 13th chapter, 13 and 5, about examining ourselves. We also got to examine situations like this, you know, as well, that can sharpen our knowledge as far as what brings guys to this point, right? It could be a plethora of things, but what brings guys to this point? Further knowledge of, you know, just a checkpoint to know that, yo, okay, this is a check right here. The Most I could do this unto me. The Most I could have brothers, you know what I'm saying, call me out and do this and do that. So we always got to be mindful of these different things, you know. So, you know, with that, you know, I hope the second one was edifying. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, Number one, to the apostles and the elders, great millstone, and Shalawam to the elect out there doing this work of faith and live with love and true sincerity. Shalawam.